Hey, what's up? I'm going to go through The Attributes of God, a book by A.W. Pink. It was someone bought it for me for my birthday, so I'm going to go ahead and read it. The Attributes of God, the table of contents goes a little bit like this: the solitariness of God, which I think is I thought, okay, that's interesting, and then I read it and I'm like, no, this is very interesting. The decrees of God, which I can't wait to get to because I haven't even read any of this stuff yet. The knowledge of God, the foreknowledge of God. Man, this is just, and there's 17 chapters, and I just can't wait to go through them. So let's look at. I think I read the preface. So let's see. Yeah, it's very short. So let me just read the preface now. So, acquaint now thyself with him and be at peace. Thereby good shall come unto thee. And that's Job 22:21. Thus saith the Lord, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom, neither let the mighty glory in his might. Let not the rich glory in his riches, but let him that glorieth glory in this, that he understandeth and knoweth me, that I am the Lord. Jeremiah 9:23-24. A spiritual and saving knowledge of God is the greatest need of every human creature. And that's absolutely true. Obviously, we go through our lives thinking that this world is so real, and the thing that's real is eternity. We know it, and yet it doesn't sink in. We know it, and yet we act like it's not exactly true. The foundation of all true knowledge of God must be a clear mental apprehension of His perfections as revealed in Holy Scripture. And this is the part I highlighted. An unknown God can neither be trusted, served, or worshiped. And so that's why it's so important that we acquaint ourselves with the attributes of God, as A.W. Pink is saying here. In this book, an effort has been made to set forth some of the principal perfections of the divine character. If the reader is to truly profit from his perusal of the pages that follow, he needs to definitely and earnestly beseech God to bless them to him, to apply his truth to the conscience and heart, so that his life will be transformed thereby. Something more than a theoretical knowledge of God is needed by us. God is only truly known in the soul as we yield ourselves to Him, submit to His authority, and regulate all the details of our lives by His holy precepts and commandments. Quote, then shall we know, if we follow on in the path of obedience, to know the Lord. Hosea 6:3. And then John 7:17. If any man will do his will, he shall know. And then Daniel 11:32, the people that do know their God shall be strong. And so the preface points out the fact that knowing God for who He is, as it says, an unknown God can neither be trusted, served, or worshipped. And so the opposite of that would be an unknown God. A known God can be trusted, can be served, and can be worshipped. And I like that last Daniel 11:32. The people that do know their God shall be strong. And so I don't know about you, but I want to be strong, and I want my family to be strong. And so I want to know, what's the one thing that's going to get you to strength? Is it going to be like, well, a little bit of God, because then you're kind of working from a good foundation, but then a whole bunch of yourself and your own ambitions and your own judgments, and maybe coming from a good family or whatever, with a good foundation. So all those things are great, but a reliance on ourselves seems really unwise to me, especially reading the Bible, I just finished reading the Samuels, and David was a man after God's heart, and he still sinned and he still had problems. It's worth thinking of ourselves as if we're on a precipice and we are completely depending on God to hold us there, so that we don't fall to our death. And just the fragility of our situation, and then so that we can move forward and not become arrogant at every victory we have because we want to do that. That's we're just selfish. We're a bunch of what do you call it when people are just the narcissists? We're a bunch of narcissists. And so, as we read, hopefully, the attributes of God, we will shed some of those narcissistic tendencies, and actually become strong and focused in how we look at the world.